Got that potent, stinking, smoking, drinking Hennessy. It got me thinking, bitch, shut up. You hear me speaking. Couple shots and now we tweaking. Get you right before the weekend, bitch. Don't keep the people geeking. Different topics, yeah. We got the info, knowledge. You gon' drop it. Factuals. Pop a bottle open. Have a glass or two. Factuals. Speaking my mind. That's what the cat could do. Factuals. Yeah, the conversation can get sexual. We kick the facts to you. That's what them niggas scared to do. We ain't come in the front. You can tell by the chat. This for the white and the black. We off the yakety yak. Pouring shots in my cup, we gon' throw a few back. We ain't come here to stunt, we came for yakety yak, bitch. This that yakety yak shit, yeah. This that yakety yak shit. Bitch on, he got that yakety yak shit, yeah. We came to yakety yak, bitch.
You see it.
Word the buzz.
What up, what it is, what it do. Got our bottles, make sure you got your gift rights, #factuals. We live up in this biz. I ain't gonna say it, don't worry about it. You always look at it when I do that. With me, your host, Vision, the man, and the meaning. Got my co-host on my left, B. De Niro.
How y'all doing tonight, people? B. De Niro DiBiase, God Jihad, waging holy war on all you false prophets. Please vacate my premises ASAP.
Poof, be gone, he said. Mississippi Hefe.
You know what it is, Mississippi Hefe, a.k.a. the Targaryen, because I spit that fire, a.k.a. Mr. Let Me Touch Your Nipples, a.k.a. oh shit, you might need a morning after.
Okay, Yogi.
Damn, okay.
I see you, Yogi.
Okay.
Complete lie, but you know, it sounded good.
We got DJ Young Really, though.
That never sounds good. I don't give a fuck where you are.
Yeah,
You might need him morning after. It never sounds good to me, buddy.
Might have felt good.
My name was on -2.
DJ Young Really,
What's good? What's good?
old school throwback.
He got his new name. I guess he ain't bringing it out this week.
DJ Young Really is like a
he
throwback.
hit him in the head last week.
Yeah.
He came out of left field with that one.
You know what I'm saying?
We got the returning co-host. We ain't seen him like, what's that, 2 months now? 3
It
months?
has not
a year?
been 2 months or 3 months.
It's been 365 days plus.
Plus,
It
I
hasn't.
tried it.
Tiara the diva in the building.
Been a couple thousand hours since we seen.
And she
A couple
has,
thousand hours.
she has
Yeah.
a diva dog.
And later on, we'll be putting that little nigga in the pit bull ring.
No, we're not. Leaving my baby alone.
You know, all that tough talk barking. Let's see how you do. Let's see how you do when you got a nigga named Bruno.
And we got a returning guest to the show. OJ, was it?
OG Julio.
OG Julio, about to say OJ.
He said not to be confused.
AKA the plug.
We'll be back. He had to step out. He'll be right back.
Big Papa Chulo. No, it is.
AKA the plug.
I'll be Papa Chulo, man.
That'd be fun. Is that Polo?
It's
No,
Henry
no, no.
Bendel.
That's
Her
what?
dog has
Henry Bendel.
a designer sweater.
That
on.
is something I've never heard of.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more expensive than everything I have in my
What's it
closet.
called?
Henry Bendel.
I never heard that
It's
shit.
in New York.
For all you dog lovers out there that want to get your
Yeah.
pets looking right.
Go to Henry Bendel. They got everything for dogs.
Wait, Henry Bendel, are we getting a check?
Word.
Fuck no.
So
Then scrap that.
And speaking of no checks, we might as well rock out with
our non-paying
non-paying
sponsors.
sponsors. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Once again, we ask you to enjoy your sorrows with a nice sorrow champagne blend brought to you exclusively and sold exclusively in New York City liquor stores for right now. Aka.
Mr. Chester, if you're listening, please send us some
Send
bottles.
those bottles.
Please send us some bottles.
Send those bottles, B.
I have a feeling you're listening, you're watching at home, so yo, get on your job.
Listen,
And hook it up.
One or two things is happening. Either the bottles is flying off the liquor store shelves, and which means you have money, so you can throw us some bottles, it ain't gonna hurt you. Or two, they're collecting dust, which means you have inventory,
Yeah.
which you can throw us, and it
Oh,
won't
right,
hurt
send
you.
those bottles. I
So,
can't see the
my point of the story is, it won't hurt you. So, on that note, also One Life of Leisure Clothing, you know what I'm saying? You can check them at onelifeofleisureclothing.com. You know what I'm saying? Go get your hoodies, your it's about to be summertime, so they got some tank tops out there. Not like the the H&M shit that Tiara the Diva got on. We got some fly shit. This is it looks good on you.
No shots.
No shots, just straight chases. And also, my man DJ Young Really, if y'all want, what I'm saying, get them hot beats. I know I'm sounding uninspired. I don't know, my energy's off today. If y'all want those hot beats,
I knew something was wrong.
Or you need some ghost written lyrics
if you need some ghost written lyrics, you know what I'm
to
saying.
make your song hotter. 'Cause for the right price, he can even make your shit tighter.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm drinking the Fosters right now, so I'm gonna hold off on this.
This nigga scared anyway.
Wait, what happened?
He does sound uninspired.
Oh, the monkey,
Smell the monkey shoulder.
brass monkey.
So on that note, I'm gonna give it back to the homie Bonero.
Swing it back to De Niro.
Let's swing us through
Let's
this
get it
show.
poppin'. We
Y'all
got the show
energy
lined
is
up for y'all.
like
We got the
crazy
main
this
show
week.
lined
Show
up
us
for
your
y'all
nipple
tonight.
then.
So if you
The lies you
don't be
take.
uninspired about
We won't show
Mississippi
that.
Cafe's uninspiring
No.
rant just now. But let's get it poppin'.
So, starting things off. First question on deck, relationship question. Are women afraid / intimidated / too stubborn to ask men out?
Let's take it.
Oh boy.
OG Julio said no. Speak on it, OG Julio.
At the end of the day, a lot of women these days is actually like
They're aggressive, right?
they starting to really pop out. Like a girl, like, well, I don't need your money. I got my own money. Come on, what? You want to go out or I pay the bill? You tip the waiter. Or things like that. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a new day and age.
But let me
What do you got to say?
I don't like women.
You don't like that?
You don't like,
Why?
like that.
like aggressive females?
It becomes a control thing at the end of the day. If a female was like, oh, well, I'm paying this or I'm buying this, what are you doing? You can't do never. Oh, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. No, it becomes a control thing. So you should have your own stuff. You should do your own stuff. Nobody can tell you nothing.
It's a very good point you make there, OG Julio.
So you
You've had some very good points in the show, OG Julio.
what is this? The
The
couch?
millennial. Yeah, this is like therapy right now. We're digging deep into the minds of the millennial. You know what I'm saying?
Come around, I gotta get a money shot.
That's
That's what call me the money shot.
why he said he don't come around, but every so often, because when he come to drop jewels.
So you're saying that basically if a female was to ask you out, you would turn her down because you think she's trying to control you?
I wouldn't turn it down, but I always have my money in my back pocket. I've always had, my security. Like, I'd be like, if she feel like she'll pay, I'd be like, let me just go half, or let me pay for what I got.
I don't know, let her pay.
Hell no.
Nigga, get you a free steak 'em.
Can't order no steak.
Listen, nigga.
That's what I said, steak 'em. So would you
Yeah.
ask a man now, T?
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Go ahead,
Diva?
T. Oh, look at that
I'm trying to
face.
know the answer.
See, that's that over 30-year-old bitch
Break it
face.
down.
Not to call you a bitch, but that's that over 30-year-old bitch face.
Break it down.
Yeah, this is
My
a
thing
drastic
is,
difference.
It's not a problem for me to pay. But if we've been dating for a while and we're in a relationship or something, I will pay every now and then.
Not even
But just
pay.
to walk up to somebody and be
Would
like,
you pay the first date?
no, fuck no.
Why
She already
not?
said that. She already said that.
Why
I've
not?
said that on several occasions
Why not?
on this show. Why? What
Why
for?
not?
Because I'm not asking you out.
Well, what
There
if
you
you
go.
like that man? What if he's that fine?
What if you
he's
set
that
the
handsome?
trap for him
There's
to
a whole
ask
lot
you?
of gorgeous men walking around here and ain't worth shit. So
Have you ever
Hashtag
asked him?
factuals.
Have you ever asked a man out?
Well, damn.
no.
Why not?
Why?
Because you found him attractive. That's why men ask women out.
So I flirt. That's about it. That's all you're gonna get from me.
So she flirt. Oh wow.
But I'm not asking
oh,
no man out.
Oh, wow. So what's the
tough.
premise behind you not wanting to ask a man out? Just because you feel as though that a man should ask a woman?
No, it's just because that's not my stilo.
Oh.
Can I ask you a question? So
Okay.
what happens when you go out? It's your birthday or it's you feeling good? You got some drinks. And you see a man. And you just like. You just
Let
go
her make
after
your way
him.
through the crowd.
You like, ask
Even on
him
my
out.
drunkest moments, I don't do that.
Yeah, her drunkest moment she go for swims.
I don't feel like I need to. Like,
So you feel like every man should just come to you?
no, I don't feel like every man should just come to me. If I'm not your cup of tea, then so be it. But even if you find his wine, I'm just you cute and everything, but you keep it moving.
Keep it moving. Damn, never day, never dollar.
I mean,
huh?
if you don't,
nice
if
girlfriend.
so.
You don't go talk to nobody. Somebody has to come talk to you.
But my thing is, I don't.
But do you talk to everybody that talks to you?
I speak. I'm not the type of person who stand up.
That was a
We know
very
that
PC
thing.
answer.
That's a
That
good
was a
way to
very
put it.
PC answer.
All right,
I'm not
let's
the
say
person
this, since you want to be working on your wordplay, and I'll just preference this by saying we're talking about single tiara, so you don't have the out of, well, you know, I don't step out on my man,
I
whatever.
can't see any comments, so
On the average, you meet 10 niggas invite you out. How many dates you going on?
Not all of them.
I ain't say you was going all of them. I said how many dates.
Probably 3.
You mean you? See, I had to be in 70-30.
Not necessarily, because it depends. It depends on who's asking. You know, it would depend on who's
I'm
asking.
talking about 10 niggas that got your number.
Okay. They got a number.
So what if you like 5 of them? You only gonna go on all 3?
Yeah.
4.5, right?
I weigh my pros and cons.
So you'll meet him there?
So why get a
I've
nigga?
always met a dude at the location on the first date. That's not. I would never tell him where I live at. We gotta go through several dates before I can tell you where I live
You can
at.
dial it back.
And yeah, if it's 5 men who like me and they want to take me out, or 10 men, it's just a matter of cutting them down. Like, okay, he don't seem too right in the head, and
she has a rubrics.
seriously, he don't look like he gonna be worth talking to or have good conversation. So I just.
So why did you give him your number?
I
You want to
mean,
get him out your face?
no, because I ain't gonna just give 10 niggas my number. But
It
you
could.
said in a hypothetical situation, if 10 niggas ask me my
Because
number.
let's put this in a bit of perspective. It could be 10. It could be 10 different reasons why these guys have a number. It might not necessarily be I holler at you while you was in the street and I gamed you. I got the number. It's like you said. It could be somebody from work that might have your number. It could be somebody from back in the day that had your number from school or something. Somebody that you know through somebody, or it could be a business connect or some sort. Like, cause niggas try their hand. And we all know niggas try their hand. Like, you got somebody's number, you be like, let me try my hand. Like, if you
that drunk
you know what I'm saying?
Let me send this text and see where this goes. And I act like it was an accident. Not saying we did it before. What do you think, DJ? Yo?
Drunk texting.
Man, it's 2018. Don't be no boring bitch.
Don't be no
Yo,
boring bitch.
You know what? We don't get. Yo, I swear, we've been getting at least one of these a show for like the last 3 to 4 shows. He's been hitting us.
My man got something to say.
We always gotta bring it to DJ.
He got something to say these days.
Let's hear this.
If you're a certain age and all the shit you've been trying has led you up to being single at this age,
Exactly.
try
Tell
something.
some new.
Yeah.
Ask the nigga out. Hey,
Yeah.
it might make you feel good.
Wear a short skirt.
You know what I mean? No.
Pay for a nigga
I'll
dinner.
change
You might feel like a
location.
boss.
No, I mean,
Guess what?
You said what?
I'll change my
Guess what?
goddamn location before I definitely do
Guess
that
what?
shit.
Oh,
Guess what? All right,
please.
so look.
Yeah.
Okay, so look. So what if you paid, right? Boom, like what if you paid? Then he turned around and just the very next day he took.
Hey, whoa.
And he paid for
Look,
everything.
Tito.
At your favorite restaurant, bought you everything you wanted. The very
First
next day.
date, hush, Diamond. So wait, Diamond,
So
shut up.
you paid for the first date. He paid for the second date. The very next day. That was an impression.
I don't see. But I'm thinking.
I'm not paying for the first date. Period. I'm just not.
Yeah, she
I
already
don't
has
have
that
it
as
in
a
me.
standard.
I just don't have it in me.
So the thing is, do you think that females
Sound
are?
like Dom and
Do you
co-sign
think
that.
that females are ashamed? Or not ashamed. Are scared
Oh,
to
you went
ask
to your
fellas
spot.
out?
That's what you
Think
dipped
that
off
you
to.
think they're too prideful to
Nah.
ask?
It's not prideful
That ain't
because
the-
some women
they
are
was still
bold
open?
enough to do it. I mean, let's face it.
Nah,
There's
they
a lot of
closing
women
now
out here
sometime.
right now who got money like that.
Thursday,
And they
Friday,
don't
Saturday.
care, like, hey,
Because
boo,
yesterday, I'm
hey,
telling you,
feeling
I've
What's
been there
up?
twice.
My man,
Like, you trying to go out or not? Some women are like that. I ain't that
But see, but
So
I don't
for
have
you,
it.
it's not a pride thing. It's a preference thing.
It's just a preference.
Okay. So for other females, do you ever think that some females are just like timid, they're too timid to do it, or just too prideful to do it?
Some women probably don't feel like they should have to.
A lot
A
probably
lot-
feel
a
like
lot
they
of
don't have
females.
to.
Exactly.
every girl feel like she don't gotta.
And that's the
spend more
problem.
money to
No,
take
but
a guy
but not
because
necessarily
the
because like you.
facade of this of now.
Well,
in
that's
this
what I'm
day and
saying.
age,
Yes, you do.
Oh, the girls feel like, you gotta take me out. You gotta buy this liquor. Oh, you better get this pack. Oh, you ain't fucking me.
Damn, get the pack.
Damn.
Wait, look at
Damn.
him. He's trying to dig this.
I gotta get to work. Wait, whoa. I gotta move to work.
Hold up. Listen. We have a very older listening crowd. So let me translate this for you. No. You gotta go deeper than that. See, when old heads say get that pack, we are not talking about something that we are using for personal use. We are talking about that work.
That'll work.
These young boys, when they say they got that pack or they smoked that pack, they are just talking about they had some loud for personal use.
All our faces lit up for a second.
I was very confused, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not getting 2 bricks to take you out, baby.
It's
Hold on.
It's nowadays. Look. I'm sorry, look, but it's nowadays. Look, I got a homeboy, right? Me and him used to go back and forth with different girls. Okay, all girls, all their minds revolve around the same things, bro. I don't know if it's just this day and age.
No,
it's
not
been like that.
not
already.
really, but
But
keep going.
They gonna go a female gonna go for what she knows.
Facts,
I mean,
hashtag
that's
factual.
not- The last dude she know that she did it. Oh, and he got money and he buys this, or he got this, or he got that. She gonna go for that. If the next dude, if the next dude ain't really doing it, but he trying, she might go for that for a little bit. But if the dude after that comes and he really doing it, she gonna go for that.
But hold on, though.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay.
He's part of the millennials.
So go ahead. I'm gonna let you go first.
If you willing to fuck a nigga before you pay for dinner, how much is your pussy worth?
Thank you. That sums it all up.
Oh.
Young, really? No! With the haymaker shot.
Haymaker.
She going to Outback.
He
Hope y'all heard that at home.
He said, damn.
Outback.
He said, damn, bitch. I can fuck you. I can fuck you on the first night, but you can't pay for dinner on the first
Take it
night.
out back, get a blooming onion, and the sauces on top.
So I'd rather add a dinner than your pussy. At least I eat something that tastes good.
Oh, hey! Yo, man.
Yo, really?
This guy's gonna be here all week.
Yeah.
He'll be here all week.
All week.
Show starts at 9:30 promptly. Get your
Every
tickets now.
day.
Get your tickets now.
Yo, listen.
You want to talk about our
Tell
energy
your friends
level was
and tell your
low.
friends,
He's
right?
bringing it up. He's bringing it back up. He's bringing it back up.
He's bringing hashtag facts.
That was
back.
something, ladies.
Wow.
And now we don't know which one of you bitches is getting hit on the first night because you never admit it. Only a nigga that fucked on the first night knows. So, you chicks that are getting hit on the first night, you chicks that are what's the word I'm using?
I'm trying to figure that out.
That can be hit on the first night, even if you have never been hit on the first night. Because everybody can be hit on the first night. DJ Young really made a good point. If you can fuck on the first night, but you can't pay for dinner on the first night, then how much is your pussy really worth?
Hashtag factuals.
That's factual. Anyway, moving on to the next topic.
Ladies, I hope y'all doing better than this. I
Next
swear I
topic
hope y'all
being-
doing better
I
than
think
this.
every girl has been hit on the first night.
That's a great point.
I think there's never been a girl that be like, oh, I never did this on the first night. That's a lie.
Well, you never. I mean, you can
So
never
what
prove
that
it.
for?
Have you had it?
Because you gotta think about it. Or
Goddamn
the
business.
first night or
Is
the
it
first
their
day.
business?
You want to say
No.
the first
She
day?
know.
It's 25
She
hours.
don't, because she was never
Damn.
around. Wasn't even
Oh, so I mean
saw
it
her.
happened. She wasn't around when it happened. Okay. Thank you, Toto, for
No,
letting us know.
right. You might have to just feel it. Oh
You
my
can
God,
never
you-
prove it. You
you're
can
a
never
lady.
prove
Diamond
it.
age.
You can never prove it.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on. Would you change who you are to be with somebody? That's the next question on the list.
What's the situation?
Frame the situation. It was no perspective
How about
provided.
this?
That was the
Okay.
question in the list.
If a relationship is a work in progress, then both people are consistently changing.
Agree.
Might change
But-
the shit you do.
Or in other situations where, let's go marriage. It's rocky.
You gotta change.
You know what I mean? Somebody's gonna have to be willing to bend if that's what you want to be. You know what I mean? And what I found with a lot of marriages, you get into this this situation where
I'll do it one time.
you love the person, but
Deep on the cheap seats.
you love the person, but you don't love everything that they come with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it forged something that was a little hump becomes a mountain. And it's up to you on whether or not you want to deal with it. Because, and for me, I look at it as marriage. You shouldn't be walking away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, if you're in there for the long haul, or from the old school, like it don't matter for better or for worse. It is for better or for worse. This new age situation, I understand things happen. I'm just speaking from my perspective. I know it's a lot of people that are divorced who watch the show. A lot of people going through stuff that watch the show. But at no point in marriage, from what I'm learning, for every description, biblical, nobody ever says that you're going to be in love all the time. Nobody ever says that you're going to be liked all the time.
Absolutely.
So if it's the person that you want to be with, you're going to make the necessary adjustments, compromising to make it work. But it's a two-way street. I'm not going to say it's just one way. You know, really,
But is that changing who you are, or is that changing what you accept?
that changing what you accept, not who you are, because that's the whole thing. It's like you don't want to make that adjustment and lose who you are because the person still fell in love with the person you are.
But would you
I can't
change
see any
who you are
Comments on Facebook. If y'all comment
to please somebody else?
But that's it's not about changing who you are. It's about compromise.
But it could be about
if it's
changing
about
who you are.
changing who you are, then guess what? Everybody has to take a step back and have that discussion. Look, I am who you're with. I'm only speaking from the married point of view.
Right, correct.
I am who you married. Now, who was the facade going into it, especially if that person's been transparent, if that person has to take a look at themselves and see what they need to adjust so that everything works.
Okay.
I see it like when you just meet somebody, y'all just getting together. Are you gonna change yourself for that person? No, because you don't know what that person, if that person is worth. You having to change yourself. Now, you changing yourself to be with somebody, it shouldn't be one of those things to where they're demanding you to change something about yourself because they need to accept who you are. Now, you should feel as though, okay, you know what, I know these things about myself, and it's something I would like to work on. I need to change this so I can make this relationship better for us. So I think that both people need to change in the relationship for the relationship if they want that relationship to work. If one person is doing the change and the other person is doing the accepting of the change, that relationship is not going to work because one person is putting in the effort, the other person is, you know.
Well,
like
it
that.
could work for a certain amount of time
It could for a certain
before
amount of
something
time.
happens, or it could continue to work and the other person just feels abused, oppressed, suppressed, whatever,
Yeah.
however you want to describe it. I mean, because some people are stronger than other people,
That's
especially
true.
in relationships. You see it all the time.
And put it like this, hold on. And put it like this, like you always have that one person, like, all right, so somebody does something wrong in a relationship, and then the other person gets fed up with it. So then that person will change themselves to the person that they know that they should be for you for that short amount of time until they get comfortable again. And then that's just situational. So that's not them. That's them knowing that they do need to change themselves. So that's when it works for a little bit of time, and then it goes right back to, you know, the same old hell that it was because they get tired of putting on the facade if they ain't really trying to change for you. If somebody's not willing to change something about themselves for the situation that y'all are in, then they're not.
Where's the love at?
Yeah. Huh? Where's the love? Exactly.
Where's love at that point?
Go ahead, Julio, OG.
That's a real good question because I go through that daily, every damn day.
Real talk.
You know, hey, don't get me wrong. I love the person, but I'm hard. I want to change, but it just, you know, I'm 26 years old. How do I know dealing with you was you will be the last person I'm gonna deal with for the rest of my life?
Why would you put yourself in that situation?
Yeah, if you wasn't
Why,
ready for it,
Why would you put yourself in that situation? And the only reason why I say this is because 26, let's be truthfully honest here.
it's not that young.
Hell no. You know what I'm saying? You're speaking to a person who's gone through different relationships during that age. I thank God I turned into a whore. You see what I'm saying? Because it was so much other stuff that I was missing out on. I just give it 1,000. No sister you can lock down in a situation where you have not been able to test the way that you should be testing. You know what I mean? The mere fact that you're in that mindset, you said that you go through this daily, that means you didn't find a person that can accept you totally for who you are, what you bring to the table.
I understand.
Then
I understand. I found somebody like you, but they try to
let
alter
me finish.
every little thing.
Listen to what you're saying. You did not find that person if they're attempting to alter every little thing. You know what I'm saying? At some point, there's like, yo, this is what it is. Babe, you know what? You like the burn? Fuck it. I don't like the burn, but guess what? Burn where it doesn't affect me. You see what I'm saying? It's about making that adjustment. That's all I'm saying. You shouldn't have to make all of these adjustments to conform for one relationship. A relationship. You're not really anything. You're just dating. It doesn't count. You're not married. You see what I'm saying? That's just my perspective.
You want to touch it?
Right. I mean, I can't say that.
I feel like everybody, when they get in a relationship, they're either going to change for the better or the worse. And depending on what was discussed when you all got into the relationship or when you're dating, is whatever you're going to put up with or not.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though...
So what's the most that you'll put up with? I don't want to cut you off. If you in a relationship.
Okay.
If you was my girlfriend and we just in a relationship, he said it doesn't really count, it doesn't really matter.
It's certain things that I feel as
do
though.
what I want.
It's preseason. Preseason games.
Here's the thing.
It don't matter. You gotta make your
Like
choice.
with me, I'm a straight up person. I'm gonna say what I want from the beginning. So you can make the choice whether you want to get into a relationship with me or not.
Oh, Hefe, you hear that?
So what?
So if you
Hold up, rewind. What you just say?
I said that I say what I want up front.
So what do you want up front? So
Wait, you gotta get this. I need Hefe to hear this.
Man,
You say what you. Go ahead.
I say what I want up front. So before we even get into a relationship or anything like that, you know what I'm looking for up front. And this is what my expectations are and my standards.
Taking notes out, Hefe?
Listen, but I just got one
You
question.
have the option to choose whether you want to continue dealing
How
with
is
me or
that
not.
any different from any bitch you meet? When you first meet a chick, they
A lot of chicks don't tell you what they
hold
want
on,
up
no.
front.
They always tell
They-
you some shit and it changed.
No, because you know what?
It changed
I
all
been told
down the
a drill
rest.
sergeant. My cousin used to say, "Tierra, why you be giving niggas resumes?" I'm like, I'm not giving you a resume. Like, this is what I want.
You're giving a dissertation.
At this, I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there you go. Hey, it's the truth though.
Hey,
My
they
thing-
do what they want to do. Say what they want.
My
to say.
thing is, if you are not equipped to handle what I'm looking for, step off.
Hashtag.
Step off, Jack.
So what are you looking for? Like
viewers is
looking
interesting.
for
What are you
somebody
looking
that's gonna be all about you, or are you looking for somebody that's just
You
gonna
back,
be-
niggas.
So y'all, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
Then we lost mad people. So.
We gonna talk about that after the show.
That's a whole different combo.
That sounds like a conversation that needs another bottle to go with it.
Pack up.
It bees like that sometimes, bro.
It's not even that. I'm willing to work with somebody as long as they willing to put in the work.
Hold on.
That's all I'm saying.
You said you're willing to work with somebody as long as they.
Put in the work.
I'm had it working, so
Stop calling.
Answer. Tell her you doing the show right now.
Yo, we doing this shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was gonna be on FaceTime. You know, you young niggas gotta be on this FaceTime shit.
So
Sorry.
what part of the game is this? Huh?
we on air.
My bad.
Wow.
Moving on. What is the next topic?
Wow. Next topic. 50 years since Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has been assassinated, yet we're still faced with the same racism and gun violence in today's world. Salute to those who marched in racism. Is it possible for racism to ever end?
I say definitely salute to those. Definitely salute to those who did the march yesterday. Shout outs to all the youngins, all the youngsters who was out there leading the way for the younger generation. Shout out for the older heads who was out there with them, guiding them, and, you know, and supporting them.
And shout out to the Howard sit-in too, son.
Absolutely,
Since
the
we
Howard
talking about
sit-in.
movements,
Definite,
I didn't know
definite.
they sat in. For
And then let me
8
throw in
days,
there,
son.
because yesterday was Dr. Maya Angelou's birthday at the same
Yes, it
time.
was.
Alright.
Yes, it
Definitely.
was.
God rest her soul.
Yes. So, to get to the question, I don't think, and the march was about, I don't know.
Oh, that's
The
mine.
march was about
I was
ending
eating before you
racism.
came.
So, I don't think that racism could end because it's the fact that there's so many people who have racism and it's taught. So that means you'll have to touch them people and touch the people that they've touched. You know what I mean? And how is that gonna happen? Like, you know, that's nobody had those damn MIB things. You know, just like, hey, look, you ain't racist no more.
I mean, my thing is, white people teach their kids to be racist. Black people learn to be racist from the actions of white people.
Learn to react to the
Because
racism.
you don't see no people of color hating on each other. I mean, it might be some jokes here and there, but the only people truly hating on the motherfuckers is white
Stacey
people.
Dash.
Like, what the fuck?
She's on the coon train though. I mean, you do have your
White people
Yeah,
need to
Queen.
Trying to run
have
for
kids.
office.
yes, she is.
Who's trying to run for what?
Stacey
Stacey
Dash,
Dash.
Trying to run for what
shut her
office?
down.
representative
They shut her
of
down.
California,
They shut her
Governor?
down.
not a representative.
Senator?
A
As much as she
representative.
gets ass, we'll never be a part of their system.
Yeah, and they shut her down quick.
Look what they did to Ben Carson. Put his ass in the corner.
And he deserved to be in there.
However,
This motherfucker is the first
Seven too much
motherfucker to
Jack.
split Siamese twins joined at the brain. His legacy will end as being in charge of the hood over in the cut.
Being what?
Slap a racist.
Being he's in charge of
Yeah,
HUD.
HUD. And,
He's in charge of HUD?
Yeah.
Not about it. Yeah, he ain't do it. He ain't do it.
Hasn't.
Which, you know,
Yo, he did. He bought top of the line dining room set. Top of the
yes,
line.
yo.
It had to bring that shit.
Top of the line. Top of the line.
White folks said that cost a little bit.
40,000
Top of the line.
40,000 to 400,000.
Not
was
400.
31,000.
Yeah, it was not 400.
Table, son. Like, I'm like, wow.
And then white folks
What
said,
type
"Oh,
of
you
wood
want to
is that
explain this
made
shit?"
from?
He said, "My bad, my wife was tripping."
Basically,
Baby, you got to hold this one. You got to hold this one, baby. I'm trying to keep these checks coming in. You like Neiman Marcus, right? All right, they're gonna talk shit about you for a couple weeks and then we good.
but now, for real, though,
He said, "I'm home, I ain't at work all the time. You know where I'm at. Just shut the fuck up and let's get this money."
it's said and
Exactly.
done. It's never gonna stop.
It's never gonna stop.
Think about it. There was a time where it wasn't as bad. We had that, or it wasn't as. I can't say it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as televised.
It wasn't as blatant. You mean as
Right.
overt
Yeah.
as it is?
At this point, because of 45, a lot more came out, and it got crazier. You see what I'm saying? But we're in a society where not everybody's marching.
Yeah.
A lot of fighting back. Does it make it any better? No. Because Martin Luther King's legacy was the nonviolent approach. Malcolm X was the stand up and stand your ground approach.
Do what you got to do.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. The method I subscribe to.
And right now, it's at an all-time high with how blatant it is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do I feel like during
Well,
the Obama administration,
I wouldn't say it's as high as it was in.
I'm not gonna say it was as high as it was then. No. I'm not gonna say that 'cause
But it's pretty
still
high.
pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty
still
high.
bad.
It's pretty
And I
high.
want to say for us, it's like more blatant in the workplace. A lot more lawsuits are happening
More
because
blatant
of
Starbucks.
these things. You know what I'm saying? However, it goes back to, hey, it was a point where we couldn't even sue because of it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah.
now you can, not justifying it, but okay, you wanna violate? Okay, I'm gonna file these papers, get these motions done. I don't think it'll ever stop.
So
And right here-
here's the thing.
Okay.
First of all, I mean, as long as you have different people, you're gonna have conflict. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a fact.
as long as we have a black race and a white race, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have racism. You know what I'm saying? Chinese. As long as you have different nationalities, you are going to have
Agreed.
some type of
I totally
conflict and
agree.
that's just human nature. You know what I'm saying? Like in the animals, you got different animals. One animal kills the other species. Why? Because nigga.
It's the nature. Some of the-
It's just human nature. So I just think that in that sense, it's like, nah, it ain't gonna stop.
Nope.
And if you look at life, it really shouldn't. Like conflict is a part of life. You know what I'm saying?
So Casey Brooks says racism won't end. It'll be just like it was before. People will hide in public, but still have their beliefs once they go.
I don't think
with their
so.
friends.
I think it's the exact opposite now. I think I think motherfuckers have realized between social media, like before, you used to have little pockets. You used to have little pockets. These niggas down here, they got to click, they wildin'. These niggas over here, they got to click, they got wildin'. You know, the clan, they was even separated in patches. But nowadays, with the internet and social media, guess what they realize? We are not alone. He is here with me.
And also with the show.
And we ain't got to wear a sheet. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of them still wearing sheets though. A lot of them.
I think a lot
of the sheets.
A lot of it's blatant, but it's a lot of extremists out there that hide the fact that they're extremists.
Yeah,
they have certain views, but
and Josh says we were stronger as a people when racism was more prevalent.
Well, racism can't end because number one, black is the dominant gene. Everything black is dominant compared to pale skin, blue colored eyes, and blonde hair. If we fuck one of their family members within 100 years,
this has been great.
Black.
Oh my God!
We need that. That's why they're extreme right now. They know they're going extinct because it's only a matter of time. They motherfuckers, they love to intermingle with colored folk. We attractive. I mean, everything is.
We owe you 2 minutes. Do you want it?
No.
Okay.
he said that last week.
I thought maybe he changed his mind. He might have heard something that, you know,
I just said no.
does not want his bottle burning time. No, racism shouldn't stop. Conflict shouldn't stop.
2 minutes.
And can he get to 2 minutes?
You about to talk about the white devil?
No, we ain't there yet.
You about to
Oh,
drop the mask?
yo,
I'm glad to give you 2 minutes.
it's just like it's part of life. It's part of life.
It is.
Racism is part of life, whether you like it or not. It is part of because it's part of the natural conflict of being different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Misunderstanding is key.
And
But if you're different, you're always gonna have. I mean, it's just natural to feel like we're better than them.
But and
You know, blacks. We have that feeling too with whites. Like you know,
and
what I'm
blacks
saying?
have the same feeling with blacks. I'm not.
No.
But this is what I'm saying. It gets
Thank you.
misunderstanding and the unwillingness to learn. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. I saw a rally where this it was a group of Black Lives Matter going to a white supremacist rally. At the end of the rally, he wasn't. They weren't even the dude when he was speaking. He wasn't being ignorant. He said, "Look, I'm an American just like you. I don't hate America. I hate what America represents. There's no reason why I can't walk down the street
good question.
and it not be an issue because of my color when I'm repping the same flag that you do." That's the gist of that dialogue. We're not saying that all lives doesn't matter. We're just saying that Black lives matter. The reason why Black lives matter because we're getting bodied
On the regular.
with
Yes.
no justice behind
No
it.
justice
Think
behind
about
it.
how many people have died over the last, I'm just going to say 5 years, over the last 5 years with no officer being brought to justice. That's a whole different topic, a whole different conversation. I know that they did it in New York. And I'm just saying, like, that's pretty much what they were saying.
Right.
By the end of the rally, the conversation, because the understanding was it was different. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't done for the cameras. They weren't doing it for the gram because these were straight supremacists. But they understood. But so many people don't even get allowed the platform for the understanding to be let in. I know you look like you had a question.
Question. I'm gonna read what Skip said. This is a good question, and then we'll bring it back around. Whoever wants to tackle it first. He said, "Is it really racism, or is it white versus everyone else in the world?"
That's the whole point. There's only throughout history there's only been one race
That's
that
right, that's
killed
what it's
everybody
yes.
just to have their way. It's been white folks.
Can you really say that? I mean, tribes were at war with each other.
It's
What African war was?
It was African tribes at war, but they weren't clearly branching out to go to other places in the world to subjugate those people and take over their way of life.
Try to dominate.
There's never been no black religion that tried to kill everybody and make them convert.
Let's not even get on Catholicism and the war.
Holy wars.
Yeah, we leave that alone. I might touchy.
Yeah, speak your mind.
I mean,
The war for Jerusalem.
Not just Jerusalem.
everything Protestant had to go. You see what I'm saying? But same situation. That misunderstanding, that hatred, that wanting to be the dominant, you know what I mean, being.
Yeah, but it seems like all other races have a limit.
Right.
Except for the white race.
Right.
And shout out to all our white listeners.
Sorry.
Love y'all.
We do believe that you guys are good.
Has been on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Right. Right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they know what's going on in the world. They don't try to. Every white person.
Some do try to act like they don't know what's up. They know what's up.
Some live in denial.
The ones that say I don't see color. Well, what do you see? Because
that's why they invented zero tolerance. So
I think
can't talk about it.
Yes.
I think with some of the older white people, it might be a fact of, nigga, if you were just 30 years older, you would realize how good you got it right now.
Yeah.
Like, I think some of the older white people were just like, yo, remember when you niggas couldn't come through the front door? And now you niggas are sitting in the cubicle next to you and you got the nerve to complain?
Like, that's a fucking privilege. To work for you is my fucking privilege.
Listen, I'm just telling you what I think they think. It's just like, I think they've watched the advancement, and where we're like, yo, this shit still ain't right, they're like, nigga.
It's better than it was.
Yeah. You eating white folks pie? We done turned this white folks pie into color folks pie, and you still got something to say?
The motherfuckers will cut your hand off, give you a fucking towel to wrap it up with, and talk about you blessed.
Exactly.
Look at that towel you got. You blessed.
Stop the bleeding.
But that's what I think it is with some of the older white people, and they probably tell their children that, like,
got something to say these days.
Like, yeah, man.
Niggas are like grandfathers be brave, like you gonna slap the wrinkles off of.
Oh shit. Okay.
Racism definitely taught though, because I know I didn't know about shit until they showed us roots in school.
Racism in America.
Well, racism. Do you think racism will ever end? Shout out to the 50 years. You know what I mean, shout out to 50 years of them being gone because they took them out the wrong way. But it's the same shit going on today nowadays. White people still shooting motherfuckers from fucking vantage points, scared to show their face, but taking people.
Some of them not scared to show their face. Some of them running down in churches like, yo, this is what it is. And schools. Like, this is what it is.
Until black people stand up to the bully, it's never gonna stop.
Nah, you know what I think it is?
Even when we do,
you can't talk about Malcolm and Martin, son. I believe Malcolm and Martin, those were things that the government did. I think nowadays it's just random motherfuckers making random moves.
Nah, they ain't random at all. The motherfuckers, they teamed up, they joined the police force, they become judges, they become lawyers. The motherfuckers know exactly what to do. They got a whole system. They are part of the system. It's their system. It was never meant for black people.
I'll say
black people just want to brainwash themselves. And
I'll say definitely
think they part of this
the
shit.
shootings taking place by law enforcement are not random. Like he said, it's a programmed, systematic way of thinking and executing what they're doing. It's not random. It's not random at all.
No, when I was saying Martin, that was on like a whole CIA federal like conspiracy level. You know what I'm saying? When I say random, you just have like this white motherfucker. Yeah, we all know it's a problem. It's the mental state, the way they think, but it's not a cohesive.
But it is though. On a subconscious level.
On a subconscious
it is cohesive.
Let me touch that in a second. But Miss Makeup Girl 2000 says racism has increased a lot. In fact, it has taken many new forms. I'm not too sure that it has increased. It's coming. It's just more like he said. It's more out there because of social media and it's more in your face. And then she says, "This is the problem. We need to teach about the root problem. The root problem at school. The dangerous problem is privilege, and that's never going to be taken away from them." And my thing is like what you were saying about the Malcolm and the Martin thing is it kind of makes sense what you said because of basically how look at how they do it. You have one person that's peaceful, one protest that's peaceful, another one that's forceful or not forceful, but it's not taking no shit. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, listen. If we have to fight fouls, we'll fight fouls. We'll use force if we have to. Another one is no, we won't use force. So it's to put you know it's to put the struggle that we have against each other at the same time. Like look at Look at like basically. Shout out to Black Panther. It's just one. It's the fourth.
What?
The fourth grossing movie in
And
history
we ain't
now.
done yet.
Yeah, and it's still going up, and it's worldwide. But look at the
But-
look at the example that they had in that movie with Killmonger and T'Challa. So look at that. Like T'Challa was the Martin Luther King, and Killmonger was the Malcolm X, because Killmonger did nothing wrong in that movie. He challenged him the proper way, right? He didn't go in there and just say that, you know, the hell with y'all, to start killing everybody. He bought them a gift when he came. He killed their biggest enemy when he came. He offered a peace offering, and then he said, listen, I want to challenge my birthright. And then when he took over, he just said, no, listen, we are going to make sure all those who are oppressed are having these things so they can defend themselves. So he was more the aggressor. So what they show is they have to take the aggressor out.
Yeah.
But
Can I?
even in the end, Martin Luther King realized he was wrong.
He did
Yeah.
realize he was wrong, but what did he realize he was wrong for what?
For trying to integrate.
You know.
It can't happen. They don't want that.
You
That's
know-
why they came up with this system.
You know what I just realized?
Martin Luther King, yeah.
Let's just touch on the fact that Black Panther will be going into the theater April 18th in Saudi Arabia, where they haven't had cinema in 35 years.
That's big.
Okay,
Wow.
that's huge.
That's big.
That's
So-
huge.
Shout outs.
You know what I was just thinking? Besides the minister, and I still think that he doesn't even apply. We as black people don't even have anybody at the forefront that the government would probably even deem worthy of trying to take down.
Not at all.
Like we haven't had anybody like that, except if you want to say Obama when he was president, but he was the government. But
They shut him down.
And he didn't do a damn thing for black community.
I mean, no shouldn't St. Mark's look the same. I'll give you that. But we don't even have no way as black people that the government should even want.
Do we necessarily want that though?
Yes, we
I mean, you always need somebody at the forefront to rally the people, and like even with Martin and Malcolm, I think it worked perfectly because at the end of the day, everybody was able to rally behind
somebody.
a concept they believed in. So you didn't just have Martin out there and the people who was like, hey, fuck that, I ain't trying to have nobody put no hoses on me. They just whatever.
So is it the person or is it the concept?
It's the person, because I mean there were a lot of pastors out there and preachers when Martin Luther King was around. There was a lot of the FOI was kind of fairly new, and you know Prophet Muhammad, he was kind of big, but he didn't necessarily take the new people like Malcolm did. So it's the person, because you got to have that level of charisma. You got to be able to move the masses. There are a lot of people out there doing the same thing, but not. It's a reason Martin was Martin and Malcolm was Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them being T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollar.
And not saying that he's any of them. Oh my bad, I'm gonna bring something. Let you go. Not saying that he was any of them, but Kaepernick. I mean, you cringe when I said his name. I'm not saying that he's any of them and not on that level. What I'm saying is, you know, he brought back a feeling of, you know, of something that needed to be done. So not saying that he had the proper words or anything, but he had the right intentions. And then that right there could have sparked the mind for somebody else, you know, to step in place and do something. Let's look at the people that we did have in place. Look at Al Sharpton.
I was just gonna say this.
The famous fronter, Al Sharpton.
I'm just gonna say this.
Jesse Jackson,
A large part of the reason why Martin was able to do what Martin did, his dirt wasn't up front.
Yeah.
A lot of ministers, dignitaries, even people who moved with the Martin movement, has a lot of dirt on their name. We knew, and the only reason I know at this point is because I read, I want to say Last Days of King. Last Days of King. It was Tavis Smiley chronicling King's last 365 days on this earth, up until his murder at the Lorraine. I didn't know that Martin Luther King's favorite drink was a screwdriver. I didn't know You heard stories. I didn't know that Martin had side jokes.
I'd heard them stories before.
Yeah, I've heard them stories.
But there's a difference between
Hearing the
hearing
stories
them
and
and then
seeing,
you're reading
about
You're
it.
reading it, and then you're reading when he confessed to Coretta. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? Hearsay isn't on the nose. And a lot of these people out here preaching, teaching, I'm not clean, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also not a man of the cloth. It's a little difficult to be a man of the cloth. You want us to hear your word. Yeah, we have to understand that you're human, but it's a little difficult to follow you. Yeah, you are touched by God to speak, preach, and teach. But how do you expect the masses to really follow you when you're not presenting what's supposed to be there? So that's the only reason why I say there's so many people out here that preach, teach, they have a movement, but it's not going to be to the point where Martin is, because guess what? Martin was from the core, the root of it all. None of that was at the forefront. It was more so, look, we have an honest guy here, married with kids, who wants the black community to excel. Oh, nah, we gotta take him out, because guess what? He's from the grind. He's marching. He has a following. You know what I mean? It's different. We have people who flood the nation's capital for marches. You don't hear nothing else from them people after.
You know why?
Martin kept a movement going.
Martin was killed because towards the end he started to realize he started asking for
War.
reparations.
They said reparations. He wanted the war to end. It was mad stuff.
And even when you have a clean preacher or somebody speaking who has a clean history or clean to us, like Farrakhan. Farrakhan get the black people riled up. Farrakhan get the black people thinking or knowing who the enemy is, but not one black person has a plan.
None.
I went to a Farrakhan rally. I was hyped up. I was ready. But at the end, I was
I
lost.
give him that. I give him that. The minister is very general.
But there's no fucking plan of action.
Exactly.
So
I give him.
You got a bunch of angry black people in the white man.
Ready to do something, and you ain't told them what they need to do yet.
He said a plan about like, but it was so far fetched. It was that like, okay, listen, what we need to do is buy this amount of land, and everybody move there, and we'll survive off of bread, rice, water.
Listen,
And
I listened to a lot of Farrakhan speeches. I think Young really hit it on the money. He can motivate you, but when you stop and think about what you just heard.
But where the fuck we going?
Exactly.
What's next? I was at the Million Man March.
Me too.
Me too.
I was at the first one.
I was at the second one. And I first time ever seeing him live.
I was at the first one.
First time me ever seeing him live. Like, ever seeing him live. You hear a pin drop out there.
Yeah.
Yes, you could. Yep.
That was the respect. And like, I'm close enough. Like, my pictures are great that I took for while I was out there. You see what I'm saying? But there was no plan. It was different what you should be doing, what we could do
As individuals.
what we should be doing as we don't unite.
Why are we not doing it?
Why we not doing it? Who's in the way of us doing it? But there really is no plan to move forward. Martin had a plan to move forward. You know what I mean? So I get it.
So
You're right.
okay,
I
but
definitely get that.
is
Hold
there-
on, sidebar. Because he's talking about the pastors. And I just heard this on the radio on the way home.
There's gonna be a lot of them.
A nigga, a man of the cloth, was arrested
Lord have mercy.
on multiple, like this dude had an arsenal of shit in his crib.
Yeah, you may take your shots, man.
He had mad work in his
You
crib.
sound mumble mouth, kid.
He had mad work in his crib. He had an arsenal of weapons in his crib. And the question on the radio was, can you go back to that dude's church if he gets out?
I've seen the other side of the
But
bars.
think about how many dudes who probably preach their best sermon because life was their teacher. You know what I mean?
Because they lived it.
So they lived it. They can give you the examples because, dude, don't do what I did. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that, but I can hear my pastor had multiple gun charges. He had work. I don't want to hear that you've been preaching for 3 years and then they run in your crib.
And you still got
You still got everything.
But
That's two different things.
All right, let's go. Let's go here.
blocks.
I know ministers right now who got license to carry.
No. But see, if you got license to carry, that's cool.
Different. That's different.
They run in your crib and you got mad illegals.
Oh, not illegal.
That's what I'm saying. They ran in the nigga caught multiple gun charges and all that because all his shit was felonious. This is what I'm saying. Like he had all types of shit that he was supposed to have. Like, yeah, my pastor got a collector's license and he got 30 guns. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not preaching and then telling me something crazy. You're not telling me do things the right way and then go in and copy your guns from Flip. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're a gun collector. Just because you're a pastor, mean you can't like guns.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If I ever become a man of the cloth, I'm gonna have guns.
Yeah, because you could be like, I'm a nonviolent person, but I do believe in defending myself before I get killed.
My birthright, my constitution, right?
So I have no problem with that. I do have a problem if they run in, because if they run in your crib, it's not because you have the legal joints.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I have a problem with. Like, you a pastor, go back to what you said. Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
I expect your mistakes to be very limited.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't expect I expect your mistakes to be judgment mistakes, not character flaws. You know what I'm saying? You made a judgment call that could have went either way.
Right.
You made the wrong call, but I can see it.
Right. Question.
I don't want to find out you robbed the bank, because that's a character flaw.
Question.
You know what I'm saying?
Question. Do you go? I know you go to church. You go to church, or do you follow any type of like? Alright, so you talk about that whole thing, but
Listen to me.
when you go to church, do you follow the pastor? Or do you follow the word?
The word.
The word.
Because if I follow my pastor, I'd be a fool at this point.
That's my point. So like, when you went to, and you got, I guess we can't say the Farrakhan thing because we already said that he had no plan. But if you caught up to a message, do you follow that message? Do you follow that person that said that presented that message?
I believe God speaks through the individual. So I'm listening to the message that comes from the individual. But I know that is a man.
Yes.
Man makes mistakes.
Yes.
So it's up to me on whether or not I'm able to practice the art of discernment and do what I need to and gather what I can or what I'm supposed to get from that individual. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sitting up here judging anybody. I still go where I go. You know what I mean? And I stand behind that man. You know what I mean? Although people be like, yo, I don't know what's wrong with you. Guess what? That man preaches. That man teaches. Yeah. When it's all said and done. Is he perfect by far? Not at all. But when it's all said and done, as long as I'm getting what I need to out of that service, life happens.
I think Creflo Dollar is a very good speech maker.
But once he did that,
I can't fuck with him because of the jet thing. But I can see how people can still listen to him because he's still gonna give you game.
Because God is still speaking through. You know what I'm saying? And it's a word.
And that's another thing. Just because you can listen to 10 sermons from the same preacher, and you might only like 4 or 5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No. I feel like we've stretched this topic enough. I feel like we need to move forward only because I'm looking at my time.
She been missing for a month.
And then came back and regulated.
5 weeks.
I've been gone for 3. Exactly 3 weeks.
No,
It's 5.
It was 4. This is
It's 5.
the 5th week.
Yeah, you missed almost every Bible except
This is the 4th. This is the 5th week.
I was going through shit. So
You don't come back dictating, but babe, you feel like it's up to you, babe.
Yeah, we kind of.
All right,
I
let's
feel
go
like
next.
everybody made a point. You know what I'm saying? So,
Not a visiting moderator.
I don't like that face.
This is
But,
boo to Tiara.
Closing us out.
you want to say?
I mean, do you have it together? What you were trying to tell me?
I can pull it up.
While they do that, you're tuning in to hashtag Factuals.
Hold on.
Your one
You got the
stop
shade
shop
wrong?
for
Hold
information
on.
and entertainment. We call that infotainment. And
Okay.
fine fuckery. Now,
Hold on.
I got it together. I got it
She ain't
together.
got this. I got my briefings.
Before we get to that, we're going to give a
Right.
first.
Oh,
it's
2 minutes?
we got.
Alright, step to the mic.
DJ Young really know the bottle burner. This is about to be the funniest 2 minutes y'all about to hear. IG, I'm gonna tune back into y'all.
This is a
So
first.
fuck
This is
Turn back in,
this week's bottle burner from DJ Young Really Though.
Donated by Mr. Marcy Housing to DJ Young Really.
Appreciate it. Shout out to all the niggas with goals, wishes, and dreams, but don't want to get off their ass and do shit about it. Shout out to all them niggas who love to tell their homeboys how they want to do shit, they want to try shit, they want to be successful at shit, but when their homeboy making shit happen, the motherfuckers, well, they ain't got no time today. We ain't got no, I don't feel like it right now. I'm a little busy. Fuck you, nigga. We don't give a fuck about your dreams, we don't give a fuck about your wishes if you don't give a fuck enough to get up off your ass and do something about this shit. Please don't tell us about what you love. Please don't tell us about what you want to do. Because when we make it happen for you to do it, you don't do shit, you become a worthless motherfucker. Fuck you. Okay. That's all I got to say.
God damn.
Snapchat.
I mean, shit. How else you gonna like follow that up? Know what I
That
mean?
sounded like some spoken word.
It
He came in here like it was some spoken word. So.
He came in here and said, cannons to the left of him. Cannons to the right of him.
No.
Short, sweet.
He came in here.
I know what that was. I know what
You don't give a fuck about your goals.
Your wishes, your dreams,
or aspirations.
Nah,
You mean,
none of that shit. If you ain't gonna get up and do something about the shit, fuck you. Especially when it's all handed to you. Fuck
He said,
off.
fuck your socks too.
That's a hashtag factual.
That's definitely a hashtag
Panero.
Here we go. I found it.
Okay, Miss Diva, for our closing topic.
Okay, so do men/women marry for love or convenience? This was something that was put on a woman's Instagram. Most men don't marry the woman they love the most. They marry the woman that is around when they are ready to marry.
Nah, that's bullshit.
Not,
I ain't finished yet.
Oh, sorry.
damn.
I'm just saying. I wasn't. So, she said that she saw it and she shared it on Instagram and wanted some male opinions on this. Is this statement completely false or does it hold some truth?
Alright, so you told her in the hashtag facts, she gonna get the answer to that. DJ, I'm really don't talk
It was
about.
Bullshit. Every nigga know he ain't gonna marry no bitch unless he wanna get married to her.
Right.
It ain't no she around.
But-
It's
but-
I'm
but
ready.
did you-
You're here. I like you. We get married.
Unless she got the drop on that nigga somehow.
That's
somewhere.
not what that
Fuck
problem
no.
is.
But the
Fuck
thing-
no. That's
but
why
y'all
we have
listen to
child
the
support.
question, though.
and
Y'all
all that
listen to
other
the
shit.
question.
Young
Y'all listen
Really,
to the
that's not
question.
what
Do
that
men
question
marry
was.
for love
For love
or
or
convenience?
No, I
No, that is the question. That's what I'm saying. We have to love you. I mean, any nigga who wants something, he gonna go get that shit. You'll never see a more determined nigga than a nigga who loves something and
Well,
want
hold
that
on,
shit
hold on,
in his life.
Hold up. A nigga walking the Oprah crib.
Nah, he ain't gonna marry her. He gonna fuck her and try to get as much money as he can.
No.
He gonna get in trouble.
Honestly, that's.
Nah.
I don't think that's the case.
Niggas sell dope and risk life in jail for the shit they love. Don't tell me about no convenient
Material.
shit. Don't tell me about no convenient. A job is convenient. Dope money is love.
I'll put those out there.
Don't go sell dope, niggas. Listen.
Money is love.
Listen.
Wow.
Listen.
play
Dope
devil's
money is not.
I'm lying.
Hold on.
I'm lying.
How we going here? Hold on.
Hold up.
I'm
Dope
lying.
money is not love.
I'm
Because
lying.
America had you at, well, I guess I see what he's saying, but it's not love because America had you
All
at,
right.
so you know, but let's take it
Mr.
over there.
Devil's Advocate, let's hear your stance.
It's a lot of bum ass niggas out there. So the only reason why I say that, and this is just to, like I said, play devil's advocate. I married for love. Jay married for love.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna speak to the bum ass niggas out there who see their train ticket, you know what I mean, or plane ticket, depending on what type of realm shorty playing in.
Wow.
So I can see why she would ask that question, because there are a lot of couch dwellers that look at the situation like, I'm good. So you know what? Let me make sure she good. Let me make sure I rub her feet when she come in. Dick her down. Why? Because she not really paying attention to. Guess what, baby girl? You about to have another child. And that's me. You know what I mean? Like when it's all said and done, I'm just being honest. I got one of my peoples right now, I swear to God.
Wow.
What's not even one of my peoples anymore, acquaintance. Like, yo, Trump type coming through school. Starting fucking with a nigga. Nigga had 4 kids already. Knocks her up. While she's knocked up, another bitch knocked up. The only difference
What kind
is
of life
she
shit is this?
she works for, I'm not gonna put her shit out there. She works for one of the top accounting firms in New York. This is street nigga.
Catching them
She is
nuts.
now one of the VPs of one of the top accounting firms in New York. This nigga marries her. This nigga tattoos her name on her, then names the baby the same name. Oh, I did that for you, baby. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between a nigga who loves the convenience and loves for genuinely in love. You know what I mean? But this is just one example. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. We'll be fucked up to say that it doesn't happen because it's the reality of things. We probably got niggas around us right now who you just be looking at this nigga, what do you do in life? But she married you. You see what I'm saying? So it does happen. So I'm not gonna say that. We can only speak for us because we're real dudes. I'm talking about the bottom feeders, the couch dwellers. You know what I mean? The ankle biters. Them niggas who ain't got nothing to live for. And you know, I would even go a step further. You could be the breadwinner. You could be the breadwinner. Just like you have housewives, men stay home, men take care of the household, men take care of the babies, men make sure everything is good. But even I got a respect for that nigga because guess what? That's still love. In order for you letting your wife is at work, your wife is at work, you're making sure she comes home to a clean house. No stress. Bath ready. Dinner ready. That takes work and effort. People feel like
my nigga, that's love.
Niggas, but that's what I'm saying. That's love. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, but that's love because you get so many. And I'm sorry, this is another topic. You get so many niggas who get clowned for being the stay-at-home dad. Yeah. Why the dude getting? Why y'all clowning the dude when the dude is there? What happened? David Otunga.
They married for love. Though.
They didn't even get married. David Otunga and Jennifer Hudson. David Otunga was a stay-at-home dad while she was doing what she was doing to make her music career. Mind you, my man had a degree, was a law degree, and people were clowning this man. What? But that's why he got custody when she started doing the bullshit. Even she had to step down. You know what I mean? But I'm just giving examples of.
But
I'm not gonna say that doesn't happen.
That's married for love.
But
that's not married for.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just giving you both sides of the coin. They never got married. I'm just giving you both sides of the coin.
If a nggga not cheating, he loved it. He loved it.
I got.
He don't want to say it to you, but he loved it. If he's not cheating, he loved it.
I got married for convenience. So basically, nigga, I know. Basically,
she coming through the door
like he said.
I thought you said you got married for convenience.
No.
Oh, that's all I was looking at.
I said I got a nigga I know that nigga moving
Before you could get the Venus out, I got married for bingo.
Whoa! Why did you get those?
I was moving, son.
I just left though.
Yo,
if you leave now, you might get catch.
I'm like, why the fuck is this nigga moving?
I think he said, "Oh, she coming."
Hell no, I didn't say that shit.
Wait, say what you saying?
It's like I think I know that married for convenience. So like, yo, this nigga wasn't about shit. Wasn't doing shit. He had a job, but it was like just so fucking. I mean, I got a job that's gonna get me by for right now, type shit, like whatever. And had no plans of doing nothing else. Chickie was dealing with for a while. She started excelling in life, doing her thing. Nigga said, fuck it. And they been fucking with each other for a minute, fuck it. I might as well marry her because shit, she got all this going on.
Do we cheat on her?
Huh?
Do we cheat on her?
All the motherfucking time.
Listen, chicks get married for convenience a lot of times.
Chicks do it more so.
They get married for that bag.
But we gotta be. But let's keep it where she went. She was talking about the men.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So let's keep it there. But
I'm talking about him. I'm not even talking about the ratio.
I think
because
men married for convenience is more about. I don't think it's about money. I think it's
chicks
about having somebody
for the lifestyle, like for the life.
I'm talking about men.
Oh.
If you marry a chick for convenience, I think it's more about having somebody in your household, like having somebody to cook, having somebody rub your feet, having somebody. Like I don't think men. I mean, sometimes they can marry for convenience as financial, but I think most men, if they marry for convenience, it's not about the finances. It's about having somebody there.
It's not about the finance. No, I mean for the convenience of this person is set. This person has a head to make sure this person, if I need something, I can just get it from them. I mean, and sometimes like they and the reason why they may do it is because they may see that somebody else might be taking them away. Because otherwise they'll just ride that train. They wouldn't marry them.
I think he loved her. You know why? Because if I was the fucker, would he get mad? Yes, he would.
I mean,
he might cheat because there's no good feeling like new pussy. according to a
Pussy
dude,
like
every
that
dude.
Pussy, that's how a nigga feel. Bust
Yeah.
3 times, throw a peace sign.
But still, if I come around and start fucking the bitch good,
Nigga,
he gonna
niggas
get mad.
Niggas get mad if somebody fuck their side bitch. Niggas get mad if somebody fuck their
Cause
jump
you
off.
love it. Niggas won't admit it. You love it.
Niggas get mad if somebody fuck their jump off, son.
Cause you love the bitch.
Niggas love their jump off?
Niggas just don't want to admit it. I'm sorry, niggas be
Some
loving
do,
bitches.
I know what?
Niggas be loving bitches, they just don't want to admit it.
Matter of fact, yeah, I got clickety clack you on there. You empty? Yeah, I'll give you a little spin.
Sorry, bro.
I think we discussed
You
this
clickety
before.
clack that. Bitch.
Sorry, bro. If you willing
I
to
get
risk
that one.
any type of happiness, you love the bitch. If you willing to risk getting caught up and
really
losing
though.
something, you love the bitch.
The lucky girl said, "Why is that funny though?" Based on what you said, it was funny because of what he said and how he said it, not because of the situation that he put her in. It was funny because of that and that only. But yeah, it's
Interesting. On that note,
Yes.
I'd like to say thanks for tuning in this week.
Love
God
y'all.
bless you.
Hashtag factuals.
On iTunes,
Everybody check out Tierra because
Facebook.
who knows we're gonna see her again.
She
Instagram.
said she'll be here next week.
I think it's all
Our mystery guest.
All hashtag factuals are here. iTunes, YouTube, Facebook. Just make sure you go watch
Twitter.
SoundCloud, Stitcher.
SoundCloud. We actually are on SoundCloud. We're on podcast. Not podcast. We're on Podbean.
Podbean.
Podbean. We're on Periscope. Listen, check us out. We gotta have all the platforms out there pretty soon. Next week we'll be broadcasting on Periscope, IG, and Facebook. Going live on that. Pretty soon we going live on YouTube as well. So fuck with us now. I mean, we growing incrementally. I don't know if that's the right word, but we had to.
That was actually correct usage. I'm proud of you.
Definitely proud of you.
And on that note, let's just shut it.
I've been reading.
Let's just shut it down. On that note, we had to go.
I got a big word I want to use
Hashtag
Profusely.
factuals. God bless.
for no reason.
Good night.
Peace.
Peace out. We love y'all.